It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Buccaneers leader at quarterback. He got a chance to rest and heal up last week on the bye. It's the Buccaneers and the Ravens under the lights on Thursday night.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Bucs sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night. And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So a mistake there the first time that they touched the football, and now CD on the other side. What an opportunity. A great opportunity, because remember, they went right down the field on the opening drive and got 3. And I think they're probably a little disappointed in just getting the 3 on the board. But here they have another opportunity to try and go up 10-0. Now a first down carry by Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3. Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround? Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best
and don't worry about the rest of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. Oh, he shifts past him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
After that run for a 1st down, I don't know the confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
On 1st down, Wilcox. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Gainwell. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. Wilcox. And he is going to lose yardage here. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one? Huh? You like where I'm going with that? How about that?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. .6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and long coming up. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing again on second down, Jackson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Tucker's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And here comes a return from just now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Jones will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This take it in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Open man is Duvernay. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Jet sweep. Here's Bateman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Running right, Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Bucs now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. Dancing away at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they'll accept that penalty. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead. Yeah,
flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll find Jones again, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On 3rd down, Jackson. Firing quickly. And a loose football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenneth Gainwell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An inside give to Jim. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Up the middle, Jones shifts by at the 15 and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now Jones. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 2nd down and goal. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. This one swung out here to Joe. And he loses the football a second time. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Play action. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's a give to Jones running left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down shy of 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. This one taken in by Otten. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one is incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenneth Gainwell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The give is to Jones. And he is not going to get the 1st down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Gainwell. Gets past one man, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Otten. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 9. They toss this out right to Gainwell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Wilcox. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. He's got Otten on the out route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. This is caught. Touchdown! Kenneth Gainwell from 6 yards away. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a first down carry by Jones. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. A give to Jones. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now the Bucs down by 10, 43 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Connects with Duvernay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.